At UFC on ESPN 69, Kamaru Usman returned to form, halting a 4-year skid and stopping Joaquin Buckley's rise in its tracks. Usman leaned on his wrestling to dominate Buckley over 5 grinding rounds for a unanimous decision win in the main event. Kamaru wasted no time asserting control, shooting within 30 seconds of the opening bell and dominating Buckley on the mat with smothering pressure and short strikes for the next 5 rounds. Buckley had brief flashes on the feet, but Usman dragged him back into deep waters with a vintage performance. The victory snapped a 3-fight slide dating back to his title loss to Leon Edwards in 2021. That defeat was followed by an immediate rematch loss to Edwards, which derailed his path back to the title. With the belt out of reach, Usman jumped to middleweight in late 2023 to fight the unbeaten Khamzat Chimaev. It was a bold move intended to get him within shooting range of a title in either division, but he lost a bruising decision. Saturday marked his return to welterweight, and as an underdog, but he turned back the clock and looked every bit a top contender again. Belal Muhammad, fresh off losing the belt to Jack Della Maddalena, was quick to call out Usman, but Usman has his sights set elsewhere, and he's not shy about saying it. The UFC is an entertainment company. You want to make the biggest fight. It's going to be the winner of JDM and Islam Makhachev, declared Usman. If Islam pulls that one out, former pound-for-pound versus current pound-for-pound, who doesn't pay for that? Despite only just winning the title, Della Maddalena didn't have to wait long to find out who he'd fight in his first title defense. JDM will face Islam Makhachev, who is vacating the lightweight strap to chase gold at 170, and the winner may wake up to a Nigerian nightmare. In the co-main, another former champ returned to their winning ways. Rose Namajunas secured a gritty decision victory over Miranda Maverick, outclassing her training partner on the feet and on the mat, with a 3rd-round knockdown sealing the deal. Namajunas set the tone with sharp striking and pressure to keep Maverick guessing, before taking control in the second with a takedown and dominant groundwork. Maverick fought back in the 3rd until Thug Rose dropped her with a left hand before riding out top control for the win. After a shaky start to her flyweight career, Namajunas is now 3-2 in the division, and she's got options for who she can fight next to put her in line for the 125-pound crown. Anybody that's in the top 5 or whatever, that would be awesome, she said of who she wants next. If something crazy happens and I'm deserving of a title shot, I'd love that as well, but I want to be deserving, so whatever it takes to get that. Alexa Grasso might be the right target for Namajunas. The former champ, who is currently ranked number 3, is coming off back-to-back losses. That includes her defeat to the current champ, Valentina Shevchenko. Grasso and Namajunas also share promotional history, adding a narrative hook that could bait Namajunas into a potential matchup. When I was in Invicta and she was still coming up, she came up to me and was like, "Oh, I love you so much, you're such an inspiration," recalled Namajunas. Now she became champion in this weight class and, you know, so that would be kind of crazy to see us. Usman and Buckley took home $50K each for their fight of the night. Also earning $50K performance bonuses were Malcolm Wellmaker and Jose Ochoa, whose hands should be legally registered as lethal weapons. In other UFC news, UFC 317's vacant lightweight title fight between Charles Oliveira and Ilia Topuria now has a backup, and it's a man who was told it wasn't going to be him. Topuria, who moves up a weight class himself after vacating the featherweight title, is coming off back-to-back knockouts of legends Alexander Volkanovski and Max Holloway at featherweight. The former lightweight champ Oliveira has recent wins over Michael Chandler and Beneil Dariush, but before then, he dropped a controversial decision to the man of the hour. The number 1 contender, Arman Tsarukyan, who will serve as either man's replacement in case they need one. It's a surprise choice, given Tsarukyan pulled out of his previous title shot with just 1 day's notice. In the aftermath, UFC CEO Dana White publicly announced that Tsarukyan wasn't going to get another title shot until he earned it with a win. Apparently, that's no longer the case. Tsarukyan revealed he's the backup via social media, stating, "I'm the backup for UFC 317. and reports back it up. That puts the #1 contender back in play, even without an official UFC announcement. And in feel-good news, Dana White confirmed that UFC 318 in New Orleans was designed specifically to celebrate Dustin Poirier's retirement fight. Dustin Poirier is a big star for us. He's accomplished a lot in the sport. This is for him, to be honest with you, said White. This is for him. He wanted to have his last fight and end his career in New Orleans, so here we are. The symbolic but still highly coveted BMF title only surfaces for special fights, and this one fits the bill. Poirier will face the current BMF champ Max Holloway in what will be the final fight in their trilogy. Poirier won their last bout via decision at UFC 236 in 2019, capturing the interim lightweight title. He also won their first meeting with a first-round submission way back in 2012. And their third, well, anything could happen. At PFL 5, the welterweight and featherweight semi-finals locked in the season finale matchups. It will be Thad Jean versus Logan Storley for welterweight gold, and the ex-champ Jesus Pinedo takes on Movlid Habalayev in the featherweight championship showdown. And at Glory 100, Rico Verhoeven dominated Artem Vakitov to defend the heavyweight title. Sergey Mazdalboyev stopped Tariq Kababez to reclaim the light heavyweight crown. And the champions Donovan Vissay and Pet Panamarong Katmukau both defended their titles. At UFC on ABC 8 in Baku, former light heavyweight champion Jamal Hill faces Khalil Roundtree Jr., with both fighters aiming to rebound from losses to the former champ Alex Pereira. In the co-main, Rafael Fiziev meets Ignacio Bahamondes in a high-stakes lightweight striking clash. And at PFL 6, it's the light, women's fly and bantamweight semi-finals, but it's the main event that will have people talking. 2024 lightweight champion Gadji Rabadanov faces former UFC contender Kevin Lee, who steps in as a late replacement in his PFL debut, no less.
Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.